Hello, my dear students, and all my wonderful viewers. I am Professor Urmila Zavre, and on behalf of Zavre's Professional Academy, the Pioneer Academy for 11th 12th Commerce, as well as CA coaching and guidance, I welcome each and every one of you to Zavre's Virtual Study Room. वर्चुअल स्टडी रूम ये क्या होता है माय डियर फ्रेंड्स वर्चुअल इज द न्यू रियलिटी आज हम सब लोग लॉकडाउन में हैं ड्यू टू सर्कमस्टांसेस जो हमारे कंट्रोल के बाहर है बट माय डियर फ्रेंड्स 12 स्टैंडर्ड एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट साल है हमारी एकेडमिक लाइफ में So what if we are in a lockdown? The lockdown is not going to stop us from studying. So my dear friends, Team Zavres, आपके लिए लाए हैं this virtual study room जिसमें हम आपको पढ़ाएंगे your 12 standard commerce subjects और ऐसे पढ़ाएंगे that you will get very good marks in your 12 standard exams. So gear up for this journey in our virtual study room. जैसे आपको पता है कि आपके 12 स्टैंडर्ड का कंपलसरी इंग्लिश का जो सब्जेक्ट है जो मैं आपको इस वर्चुअल स्टडी रूम में पढ़ाने वाली हूँ इस सब्जेक्ट के हैं 4 सेक्शंस सेक्शन 1 डील्स विथ प्रोज जहाँ पे हमको पढ़ने हैं 8 लेसन्स सेक्शन 2 डील्स विथ पोएट्री इन विच वी विल बी स्टडिंग 8 पोएम्स सेक्शन 3 है आपका राइटिंग स्किल्स and section 4 is extract from novels. So my dear friends, ये जो हमारा फर्स्ट वीडियो है ऑफ कंपलसरी इंग्लिश इसमें हम देखेंगे द फर्स्ट पोएम and that is Song of the Open Road by the very famous American poet Walt Whitman. ऐसे अनेक स्टूडेंट्स हैं जो मुझे पूछते हैं कि मैम क्या पोएट्री रियल लाइफ से बहुत दूर होती है इट्स नॉट दैट माई फ्रेंड्स बिकॉज राइटिंग because of whether it is a novel, whether it is a poem, it is based on the experiences and the imagination of the writer. So जो experiences उसे मिलते हैं लाइफ में उन्हीं के बारे में ज़्यादातर वो लिखते हैं okay so it is not that poems are far away from real life okay so we have some very realistic poems which are depicting very valuable truths about life and my dear friends ये जो poem है हमारा आज का Song of the Open Road is a wonderfully written poem very simple and easy language लेकिन इसका जो मैसेज है अबाउट लाइफ्स जर्नी एंड इट्स एडवेंचर्स एंड द फ्रीडम ऑफ स्पिरिट ये बहुत अच्छी तरह लिखा गया है ये पोएम वेरी इजी एंड सिंपल टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हेनेवर हम कोई पोएम पढ़ते हैं उसका हमें एनालिसिस करना पड़ता है एनालिसिस किस तरीके से होता है फर्स्ट इज अ ब्रीफ हिस्ट्री अबाउट द पोएट इस पोएम का पोएट कौन है इन विच टाइम वॉज ही लिविंग वॉट टाइप ऑफ पोएट्री डिड ही राइट विच आर हिज फेमस पोएम्स तो अगर हमें इसके बारे में थोड़ा पता है तो द पोएम बिकम्स इवन मोर इंटरेस्टिंग फिर वी हैव टू एनालाइज द टाइटल ऑफ द पोएम क्या ये टाइटल इस पोएम को सूट करता है या नहीं करता समटाइम्स जैसे हम टाइटल भी अगर पढ़ते हैं ना तो टाइटल सिर्फ टाइटल पढ़ने से हमको पता होता है या पता चल सकता है कि ये पोएम किसके बारे में है या ये स्टोरी में क्या लिखा गया है फिर आता है थीम या मीनिंग या स्टोरी लाइन ऑफ द पोएम ये किसके बारे में है इसकी थीम क्या है इज इट अ नैरेटिव इज इट अ कंप्लीटली इमेजिनरी पोएम imagery used by the poet इमेजरी बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट है. इनफैक्ट राइटर्स की जो स्किल होती है ना राइटिंग में, इसमें सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट बात होती है दैट वो अपनी वर्ड्स से दे शुड बी एबल टू क्रिएट एन इमेज of whatever they are trying to say in the mind of the reader. इस quality की writing होनी चाहिए that when you are reading the words in your mind, you are visualizing, you are imagining the scene which you are reading in your mind. So imagery. पोएट ने माउंटेन्स यूज़ किए हैं, रिवर्स. what has he used in what is the image that he is creating in the mind of the reader through his words. फिर होते हैं symbols which are used to bring out the voice and the tone of the poem. Is it a happy poem? Is it a sad one? Is it a critical one? Is it an angry one? What is it about? फिर होता है rhyming scheme of the poem. Rhyming scheme का मतलब है whether the words, the last words are rhyming or no. There are some poems which have a rhyming scheme and some don't, जिनको हम कहते हैं free verse. Then is the structure of the poem and the type of the poem. And of course उसके बाद आते हैं based on all this the question and answers of the poem. ओके सो हर एक पोएम में जब जो भी हम पोएम पढ़ेंगे वी हैव टू टेक इन टू अकाउंट ऑल दीज फैक्टर्स. सो हाउ आर वी गोइंग टू गो अबाउट इट? फर्स्ट वी आर गोइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड अबाउट द पोएट. सो द पोएट of our poem for today, Song of the Open Road, is Walt Whitman. Walt Whitman was one of the most influential poets in the American canon. So ये एक American poet है who lived from 1819 to 1892. Why is Walt Whitman considered a very famous poet? Because he was the first great poet to write in the free verse. Free verse का मतलब है जहाँ पे rhyming scheme नहीं होती. Every sentence is not measured. Some sentences are long, some sentences are short. And that is why Walt Whitman को refer किया जाता है as the father of free verse. In 1855, he published 9 of his poems in a book entitled Leaves of Grass. और ये Leaves of Grass famous क्यों है? Because इसमें जो 9 poems publish की गई है, all of them are excellent poems. और हमारी जो आज की poem है, Song of the Open Road, is one of the poems from this compilation, that is Leaves of the Grass. Okay, so this is a little bit history about the poet. Now how are we going to study this? पहले तो देखते हैं title of the poem. हमारा टाइटल है सॉन्ग ऑफ द ओपन रोड. क्या ये टाइटल सूटेबल है? सो इस पोएम में विटमैन ही इज सेलिब्रेटिंग द आउटडोर्स. आउटडोर्स मतलब दिस पोएम इज अबाउट गोइंग आउट ऑन अ जर्नी ऑन द ओपन रोड. एंड द रोड इन पर्टिकुलर because he says that road is a space where people come together in meaningful ways. रोड ऐसी जगह होती है जहाँ पे स्टेटस and social makers matter less. Because everyone uses the road, right? A road is something everyone uses. वो rich हो, poor हो, high status, low status, and it forces all the levels of people to associate with one another. आप अमीर हो, गरीब हो, कौन सी country के हो, कौन से caste के हो, the road is a place where everyone comes together because they have to reach a destination. Road signifies mobility, and that is the essence of life. Life is about movement. Life is not static. Life is about change, and hence the road signifies mobility. For Whitman too, the road is a space for gathering material for his poetry. For Walt Whitman, जब वो कहते हैं road पे, so he's going on an open road. Through the open road and or through his journey on the open road, उनको बहुत सारा material मिलता है अपनी poetry के लिए. As he travels along it, he sees a variety of people, places, hears stories, and that becomes his data for compiling poems. He states the pleasures of being on the open road, so the title is very very apt. So इस पोएम का जब हम पोएम पढ़ेंगे और उसको समझेंगे तब आपको ये भी पता चलेगा दैट यस यहाँ पे हमने जो लिखा है अबाउट द रोड एंड द टाइटल ये बहुत ही रेलेवेंट टाइटल है हमारी इस पोएम के लिए. So how are we going to study? Again, so we first understood about the poet, then we understood about the title. अब हम पहले पोएम को पढ़ेंगे, हर एक लाइन को समझेंगे, and then we will go on to the poetic devices as well as the question and answers given in your books. Afoot and light-hearted, I take to the open road, healthy, free, the world before me. The long brown path before me, leading wherever I choose. तो ये है first stanza. My dear friends, please understand कि Song of the Open Road में in reality there are 15 stanzas. ये जो actual poem है ना इसमें है 15 stanzas, लेकिन आपके syllabus में दिए गए हैं only 4 stanzas. So we are going to understand only these 4 stanzas. Okay? अगर हम एक लेसन पढ़ रहे हैं तो हम उसको कहेंगे पैराग्राफ्स, लेकिन जब हम पोएम पढ़ते हैं हम उनको कहते हैं स्टैंजास. सो देयर आर 4 स्टैंजास फॉर योर अंडरस्टैंडिंग, लेकिन इन रियलिटी इस पोएम में है 15 स्टैंजास. सो पहले लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ द वर्ड अफुट. अफुट का मतलब है इन प्रेपरेशन ऑफ या इन प्रोग्रेस ऑफ, लेकिन यहाँ लिटरल मीनिंग है ऑन फुट. ओके, सो इन प्रेपरेशन ऑफ या इन प्रोग्रेस ऑफ, एंड द लिटरल मीनिंग इज ऑन फुट. सो अफुट एंड लाइट हार्टेड आई टेक टू द ओपन रोड. अब इस सेंटेंस का मतलब क्या है? यह थ्रू दिस सेंटेंस द स्पीकर इज सेटिंग आउट ऑन एन ओपन रोड ऑन फुट. So he is ready to begin his journey and he is not using any other means of transport. He is going to go on foot on the open road. Okay? Healthy, free, the world before me. Healthy, free, the world before me. यहाँ पे what do these lines mean? यहाँ पे he is light-hearted, free and open to all the experiences which come his way. ये word healthy का यहाँ पे मतलब है that he is healthy by body as well as healthy by mind, which is very very important. So he is fit, he is absolutely healthy in body, and that is why he's taking the journey on foot, as well as in mind. He's free, he's light-hearted, and the world before me, इसका मतलब है he is ready to accept all the experiences. He is ready to feel all the experiences which are going to come his way in this journey on the open road. The long brown path before me, leading wherever I choose. इसका क्या significance है? He knows the long brown path, मतलब रास्ता तो बहुत लंबा है. Before me, leading wherever I choose. तो wherever I choose का मतलब क्या है? That he knows that he is in control of his journey and he will choose where the path will take him. He's saying that रास्ता तो बहुत लंबा है, लेकिन where I will go, I will decide. Where I want to stop, I will decide. So the speaker is saying that he is in control of his journey. Let's read it again. Afoot and light-hearted, I take to the open road, healthy, free, the world before me. The long brown path before me, leading wherever I choose. Understand, before me. He's not using the words after me. That means he's not talking about anything in his past. Now he's talking about the future. He wants to look ahead, what is in front of him and not what he has left behind. He's saying that he wants to embark on this journey where he's healthy, he's fit in mind and body, he's free, he's light-hearted, he is ready to take up every opportunity in his journey in his life. Okay, and he's saying that he's in complete control of the path where he's going. आते हैं सेकंड स्टैंजा पे. Henceforth I ask not good fortune, I myself am good fortune. Henceforth I whimper no more, postpone no more, need nothing. Done with indoor complaints, libraries, querulous criticisms. Strong and content, I travel the open roads. I hope you observed that पहले स्टैंजा में थे 3 lines, सेकंड स्टैंजा में है 4 lines. No rhyming scheme, इसी को कहते हैं free verse. Now let's understand the lines. लेकिन lines समझने से पहले let us understand what is the meaning of these 2 words. Whimper का मतलब है make a series of low weak cries in fear या pain. To whimper, like a dog whimpering with pain. Querulous का मतलब है complaining. Criticism मतलब क्या? Criticism is complaints, right? Henceforth I ask not good fortune, I myself am good fortune. So यहाँ पे speaker क्या कर रहा है? He is saying that I do not have to pray for good luck. Okay, I do not ask for good luck, good fortune, good luck, because I am the maker of my own good luck. स्पीकर को लगता है कि उसको कोई गुड लक या डेस्टिनी इसकी ज़रूरत नहीं है. वो खुद he creates his own luck and he creates his own destiny. So I myself am good fortune. यहाँ पे क्या है? He self belief है poet की in himself. I will make my own path. So I myself am good fortune. Henceforth I whimper no more, postpone no more, need nothing. I whimper no more. I'm not going to sit crying in fear, crying in pain. Postpone no more, मतलब I'm not going to postpone this journey, this freedom, this opportunity anymore. कि ठीक है आज नहीं कल जाएंगे, ऐसे नहीं. I'm not going to postpone it anymore. I need nothing else, he said. So he will not cry or hesitate anymore to do what he wants to do, as he needs nothing more. He has everything, his health, his free spirit, his firm mind. He has everything that he needs to begin on the open road. He doesn't need anything. Done with indoor complaints, libraries, querulous criticisms. इसका क्या मतलब है? So the poet is saying he is no longer content with being walled inside, indoor. He's bored, he's tired of remaining indoors. The regular routine, roads ka kaam, office ka kaam, ghar ka kaam. He's saying, I'm tired of all that. I don't want to be walled inside. I don't want to be blocked down inside by routine, या criticism, या complaints, because in life there, even if you may not be complaining, there are constantly people around you जो कंप्लेन ही कर रहे हैं. अरे समर सीजन चल रहा है तो हीट तो होगी ना, तो कंप्लेन करो. तो कंप्लेन करने से क्या ये हीट कम हो जाएगी? विंटर सीजन आ गया, कंप्लेन कि बहुत ठंड है. अभी वो सीजन ही ऐसा है तो ठंड होने वाली है. रेनी सीजन आ गया, कंप्लेन करना शुरू हो गया. Then when are you going to be happy? Correct? Every season is going to have its own weather and climatic conditions. You can't sit complaining about everything. So the poet here is saying, I'm done with all this routine, all this complaining, all this criticism. I'm just tired with it. And if you see, querulous criticisms is an alliteration of the sound k. हम ये सब आगे लेंगे. Strong and content I travel the open road. I am strong, I am fit, I whimper no more. Okay, and I'm content with everything that I have. I do not need anything else. Now I travel the open roads. He's strong and happy, and he's in fact very happy to be on the open road. He doesn't feel that, he's not feeling guilty about it. He doesn't feel कि नहीं नहीं मुझे बहुत सारी responsibility है, मुझे पहले वो complete करनी है, and then I will begin. That's why he's saying I postpone no more. Okay, so henceforth I ask not good fortune, I myself am good fortune. So it's like I am the creator of my own life. I am in control. Self belief, self confidence. Henceforth, I whimper no more, postpone no more, need nothing. So he's not the complaining type. In fact, he said, I've had enough of complaints and enough of routine, and I just want to go out onto the open road. The earth that is sufficient, the third stanza. I do not want the constellations any nearer. I know they are very well where they are. I know they suffice for those who belong to them. Again, observe कीजिए कि for a third stanza में there are 4 lines. Okay? The earth that is sufficient, the earth का मतलब है, here he is taking into account the world, he's talking about nature as well. Okay, that is sufficient. I do not want the constellations any nearer. What is the meaning of constellations? Actual constellations का मतलब है the group of stars, correct? Constellations. लेकिन यहाँ पे इसका मतलब है fate, destiny और influential group of people. जैसे मैंने आपको पहले ही बताया कि ये जो पोएम है ना, दो द वर्ड्स आर वेरी सिंपल एंड ईजी टू अंडरस्टैंड, लेकिन हर एक वर्ड का एक और इन डेप्थ मीनिंग है. सो कॉन्स्टलेशन अगर हम सिर्फ वी लुक इन टू द सर्फेस ऑफ द वर्ड, वी विल फील दैट इट इज़ अ ग्रुप ऑफ स्टार्स, लेकिन यहाँ पे इसका मतलब दिया गया है फेट या डेस्टिनी, या यहाँ पे एग्जैक्ट मीनिंग इज इन द कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑफ द पोएम, influential group of people. I know they are very well where they are. I know they suffice for those who belong to them. Suffice का मतलब है enough, sufficient. Suffice, sufficient, enough. The earth that is sufficient. यहाँ पे speaker कह रहा है, he seems to separate himself from others, says the earth is fine the way it is. The earth matlab the world, the people, the nature, the flora, the fauna, everything is fine as the way it is. Matlab, he's saying that I don't want anything else to change for me. I'm happy with all that is surrounding me. It is fine as it is. I do not want the constellations any nearer. He does not desire to be any closer to stars than he already is. यहाँ पे I told you, but constellations का मतलब है, when we say stars, we also are talking about influential people. So he's saying, I do not want influential people around me. I do not want powerful people around me. I don't want them. I don't want them next to me. I don't want them near me. I know they are very well where they are. जहाँ पे है वहाँ पे वो खुश है, and I'm happy. I don't want them closer to me. That means he's saying, I don't want to be attached to influence, to power, to authority, and those who are in authority. They are good in their place. I'm good in my place. So this is talking about contentment. He's happy where he is. I know they suffice for those who belong to them. इसका मतलब है, see again here through this line, what is the poet trying to tell us? Like for example, I know they are very well where they are. He knows the stars are fine where they are. He's saying that those who want to be associated with influential people, with power, with authority, it's fine. You can be. I have no problem with that. He says the stars are good enough for those who belong to them. So वो यहाँ पे कह रहा है, see the poet is not getting bitter at all. What is he saying? कि मुझे उनकी ज़रूरत नहीं है. करेक्ट, आई डोंट नीड देम. बट ऑफ कोर्स अगर आपको उसकी ज़रूरत है, यू नीड पावर, यू नीड पावरफुल पीपल अराउंड यू, यू नीड इन्फ्लुएंशियल पीपल अराउंड यू, देन you are happy. You should be happy to be with them. It's okay to be with them. Okay? I know they suffice for those who belong to them. If they are providing you security, if they are providing you with your needs, then it's good. You can be with them. But what he's saying, I do not want them nearer to me. Okay. So the earth that is sufficient. So he doesn't want to change anything. He feels that nature and the world and the earth has everything that is needed and everything is fine. I do not want the constellations any nearer. He does not want to be associated with influential people, destiny, and fate. He says, I know they are very well where they are. He's happy, they are at their place, he's at his place. I know they suffice for those who belong to them. यहाँ पे see the poet has used the words I know. He has repeated it. मतलब now he's saying that he has become aware of these facts. He's aware of these facts. So the last line is a contrast, मतलब a juxtaposition to the rest of the poem, where the speaker emphasizes his free will and independence, which means he probably does not belong to groups of influential people as he does not need them. Okay. So यहाँ पे जो last line है, he has moved a little away from, he's moving away from people. Okay. First, he's telling the reader that come along with me on this open journey, and in this line, it's like distancing himself from unnecessary distractions. Okay, that is what it literally means. And last stanza, still I carry my old delicious burdens. Delicious burdens. ये क्या है? Isn't this a paradox? I carry them, men and women. I carry them with me wherever I go. I carry them. I carry them. Repetition. I swear it is impossible for me to get rid of them. I am filled with them and I will fill them in return. I am filled with them and I will fill them in return. यहाँ पे है repetition. Now what does it mean? Still I carry my old delicious burdens. So यहाँ पे the speaker admits that he is not without his own problems, but instead of fretting, he relishes them. See, burdens का मतलब है troubles, problems. क्या troubles और problems को हम delicious कह सकते हैं? Normally तो हम नहीं कहते, right? How can your problem be delicious? How can it be something which you are enjoying, right? Delicious मतलब you are enjoying something. जब आप कुछ खा रहे हैं and you say it, oh it is delicious, इसका मतलब है आपको वो बहुत पसंद आया and you are enjoying every bite of what you're eating. तभी तो हम कहते हैं ना delicious, right? So यहाँ पे जो पोएट है वो किसको डिलिशियस कह रहा है? बर्डन्स को, अपनी खुद के प्रॉब्लम्स को कह रहा है डिलिशियस. स्टिल आई कैरी मतलब जस्ट नाउ ऑल्सो आई एम कैरिंग माई प्रॉब्लम्स. लेकिन ये प्रॉब्लम्स अब कैसे हैं? आई एम नॉट कंप्लेनिंग अबाउट देम. आई नो आई हैव प्रॉब्लम्स. आई स्टिल हैव प्रॉब्लम्स, मतलब आई एम कैरिंग देम विथ मी. ऐसा नहीं दैट व्हेन आई सेट ऑन एन ओपन रोड मेरे सारे प्रॉब्लम्स गायब हो गए या ख़त्म हो गए. नहीं, मुझे मेरे प्रॉब्लम्स है, but I treat my problems how? Delicious burdens. मतलब I have accepted them and I relish them. I carry them, men and women. I carry them with me wherever I go. I carry them, men and women. यहाँ पे वो कह रहा है that he carries his worries as well as his relations, men and women. मतलब all his relations, it can be his family, it can be his friends, it can be his colleagues, people around him. So he's saying, I carry them. I carry all my relations with me and I carry them wherever I go. Okay. So he carries them. They are there. It's not that he has renunciated them. ऐसे नहीं कि सबको छोड़ छाड़ के वो चला गया and he has cut off all relations. ऐसे नहीं है. I swear it is impossible for me to get rid of them. I swear मतलब वो admit कर रहा है that he cannot get rid of them. He cannot leave them. He cannot cut them off. And he shares a symbiotic relation with them. यहाँ पे poet क्या कह रहा है हमको? Poet कह रहा है that problems मेरी भी life में है. मुझे भी troubles है, burdens है, and I'm carrying them. I'm carrying all my relations. I'm carrying the weight of all my relations. I'm carrying the responsibility of all my relations. Wherever I go, I'm carrying them. And he says it is impossible for us to get rid of these responsibilities as well as our own troubles and problems. And he says, I am filled with them and I fill them in return. I am filled with them. Matlab, I have all these burdens, relations, responsibilities, and I also fill them in return. He fills them, matlab, they fill him and he completes them. In the last line, speaker is stating that his burdens do not define him. So I fill them in return. Matlab, I am not defined by my problem, my limitations, my responsibilities. They do not define me. In fact, though I have them, they do not define me. It is I who define them. Matlab, he accepts them and carries them wherever he goes. Okay, so a very, very beautiful and a very, very positive पोएम लिखी गई है वॉल्ट विटमैन ने. एंड आई होप कि ये जो हमारे सारे 4 स्टैंजास थे, आई होप यू हैव अंडरस्टूड दीज स्टैंजास थ्रू द एक्सप्लेनेशन विच हैज़ बीन गिवन टू यू. अब थीम क्या है, थीम ऑफ द पोएम. So before we read it, let us just quickly find out what it is about. पहले तो, do you think the poem is about the poet's journey which he wants to undertake? Yes. So it is, and how does he want to do it? He wants to go on an open road. Okay. He doesn't want to use any other means of transportation. So he just does not want to see the world. He wants to experience it. And he feels the best experiences is to go on foot and get first-hand experience. Okay. So he is encouraging the readers to embark on a self journey. So this is not just a journey of the road, but through this journey, the poet is trying to get insights about his own life. He wants to experience his own company. Correct? So it is about the outdoors. It is encouraging the reader to go out and face and accept his life, accept his problems, and still go on with them, but not to get defined and blocked down by his troubles and problems. Be free in healthy, be free in mind, light-hearted, be healthy in body and spirit in order to take your own decisions. Okay. So the poem is an ode to one's self. It is about oneself, the power of the self. It tells the reader to revel in his own independence. He's telling the reader, be proud, be happy, enjoy your own independence, your own freedom. And you yourself have the ability to control your life and to take your own decisions. So it's a very encouraging and motivating poem. The poem celebrates the outdoors, the road, open road itself. That title is so apt. And the road in particular. The poem is a representative of joy. It is an expression of happiness, which the speaker feels and observes on his journey. It is motivational as well, correct? Because it encourages the reader to enjoy nature. When he says the earth is fine as it is, so he's telling the reader, enjoy nature. Okay, it is beautiful as it is. Travel, be free, make your own decisions, plan your own journey. You will be carrying your problems, you will be carrying your relations, you will be carrying your responsibilities with you, but be bold, be courageous, don't postpone it. Take the first step forward because you yourself are in charge of your life. So this is basically the theme of the poem. Then what are the new words that we studied? Afoot, matlab on foot, in motion. Brown path का मतलब है bare land in front of him. Delicious burdens का मतलब है bad memories from the past, but he's calling them delicious. Querulous का मतलब है complaining. Take two means to begin. Take two means to begin. So these are few. Whimper. Whimper मतलब जो आपके बुक में भी मीनिंग दिया गया है. Then constellation का मीनिंग भी आपके बुक में दिया गया है. Okay. Then let's go to the literary devices which have been used. I will be explaining them also and we will be seeing the example used also. Symbolism. Symbolism का मतलब है the use of symbols to signify ideas, qualities by giving them symbolic meanings different from their literal meanings. तो meaning तो literal meaning भी होता है, लेकिन you are putting a quality or idea and to that word which is symbolizing something else. Now for example, when we take open road का मतलब है उसका एक literal meaning भी है that the road is open in front of you. It is not a closed or a shut road. ये उसका हुआ literal meaning, right? Open road. लेकिन यहाँ पे उसका the words open road are symbolizing what? They are also symbolizing freedom, opportunity. Okay? So that is symbolism. Literal meaning भी होता है, लेकिन वो word कुछ और एक quality, yeah? It is symbolizing another quality. Okay? So symbolism. Alliteration. आपको पता है alliteration मतलब repetition of consonant sounds in the same line in quick succession. तो यहाँ पे poem में क्या क्या है alliteration? Example, the long brown path before me leading wherever I choose. So there is in one sentence the alliteration of l, long leading. When you use the word in the stanzas, querulous criticism, there is the alliteration k. Then is repetition. Repetition where the words are repeated to emphasize a point or an idea. When the writer wants to bring the focus and attention of the reader to certain words or certain ideas or certain feelings, then he can repeat. So that is the purpose of repetition. So poem में तो कई जगह repeat किए गए हैं words good fortune, no more, henceforth, I know, carry them, I, the word I, the pronoun I has also been repeated quite a few times. जिसका भी एक मतलब है, मतलब it is symbolizing something. Paradox. Paradox का मतलब है opposite ideas which are expressed together. When we generally say, would you like to have something hot or cold? Hot, cold, they are opposite, but they are using them in the same. It was a very happy as well as sorrowful moment for me. Happy and sorrowful. Opposite ideas used together. So that is called as paradox. So what is a paradox used by the poet in the poem? Still I carry my old delicious burdens. Delicious and burdens. जैसे मैंने आपको poem में भी explain किया. How can burden का मतलब है problem. How can it be delicious? Correct? Metaphor का मतलब है indirect या subtle comparison. इसका opposite है simile में है direct comparison. Correct? So metaphor, the road is compared to the journey of life. When he's saying open road, it is actually compared to the journey of life. Old sweet memories are indirectly compared to something delicious or pleasant. Tautology matlab it expresses the same meaning. Okay, the words, they are telling you the same meaning but they are used. Like done with indoor complaints, libraries, querulous criticism. So complaint and querulous का मतलब क्या है? Complaint. So complaints is also used and the word querulous is also used. So that is called as tautology. जहाँ पे दो words हमने use किए लेकिन actually दोनों का मतलब same है. Okay. So just to get in that effect वो use किया जाता है. Then we have climax. Climax का मतलब क्या है? Words arranged in their ascending order of importance. Words की arrangement होती है. What is a sentence? Sentence is the arrangement of words in a logical manner to get the meaning. Correct? So यहाँ climax में क्या होता है? जो words arrange होते हैं ना, they are arranged in their ascending order of importance. Ascending का मतलब है going up. Okay? Descending का मतलब है coming down. Henceforth, I need no more. So ascending order में henceforth मतलब आज के बाद I need no more. So it is going up in the manner of the importance. So what is more important? I don't need anything. From when? Henceforth. Okay. Done with indoor complaints, libraries, querulous criticism. So सबसे ज़्यादा importance किसको देना है? To criticism. So he begins with first indoor complaints, फिर libraries, and then he goes to querulous criticisms. Then is inversion. Inversion का मतलब क्या है? Where the words are not used in the correct prose order. जैसे हम कहते हैं लॉजिकल सीक्वेंस, लॉजिकल सीक्वेंस में वर्ड्स नहीं दिए गए हैं बट स्टिल दे आर मेकिंग सेंस, उनको कहते हैं इन्वर्जन. A foot and light-hearted I take the open road. So words inverse किए गए हैं. You can even write it as I take the open road a foot and light-hearted. लेकिन ये order sequence उसका change किया गया है, उसको कहते हैं inversion. And content I travel the open road. I travel the open road with content. Okay, या contentment. लेकिन इसकी order को reverse किया गया है, इसको कहते हैं inversion. Personification. Personification का मतलब है to give a human quality to a thing. Now what human quality is giving to a thing, a non-living thing? Song of the road. Is it the road which is singing a song? It is as good as saying that the road is singing a song. The road is a thing. And when you are giving a human quality of singing, singing is a human quality, right? Or a quality of a living being. Even a bird can sing, you see. Lekin road is non-living. So when you are giving a living quality to a non-living thing, इसे कहते हैं personification. So यहाँ पे the poet has also used personification. And of course, it is a free verse. Free verse का मतलब है a poetry, a style of poetry which does not use a rhyme scheme. अब वी गो टू आर ब्रेन स्टॉर्मिंग सेशन जो आपके बुक्स में दिया गया है. आपके पास बुक्स नहीं होंगी बट ऑफ कोर्स यू हैव द पीडीएफ्स जो वेबसाइट पे अवेलेबल है ऑफ बाल भारती. सो ब्रेन स्टॉर्मिंग में देर आर क्वेश्चंस विच हैव बीन गिवन एंड वी आर गोइंग टू डू सम ऑफ देम ओवर हियर. सो पहला क्वेश्चन है पिक आउट द लाइन्स शोइंग that the poet is prepared to enjoy every moment of his journey. So ऐसे कौन से lines हैं in the poem which are telling us that the poet is prepared to enjoy every moment of his journey? You can mark, you can write it down also. So see यहाँ पे I am also teaching you how to write the answers. So you cannot just begin writing points. It looks very incomplete. अंडरस्टैंड डियर स्टूडेंट्स कि आपकी पेपर का जो प्रेजेंटेशन है ना वो भी बहुत ज़रूरी है. हाउ यू प्रेजेंट योर आंसर्स, हाउ नीट दे आर, हाउ प्रेजेंटेबल दे आर. नो बडी लाइक्स टू रीड एंड मार्क एन अनटाइडी पेपर जिसमें हैंड राइटिंग नीट नहीं है, प्रेजेंटेशन अच्छा नहीं है. यू हैव टू मेक योर पेपर वेरी ईजी for the examiner to give you marks. जो आपके एग्जामिनर है उनको अच्छा लगना चाहिए. He should want to give you marks because आपका राइटिंग इतना अच्छा है, आपका थॉट फ्लो अच्छा है और आपका प्रेजेंटेशन बहुत नीट है. So there is a way of writing answers. So you must use complete sentences. The following lines show that the poet is prepared to enjoy every moment of his journey. I know there are many of you, अगर ऐसा क्वेश्चन आपको आता है एग्जाम में, you will begin with, अगर क्वेश्चन है pick out the lines showing the poet is prepared to enjoy every moment of his life, you will begin with 1 2 3 4 point. आंसर को चाहिए थोड़ा सा इंट्रोडक्शन, राइट? सो द फॉलोइंग लाइन्स यू मस्ट बिगिन इट दैट वे एंड देन यू राइट देम इन द पॉइंट फॉर्म. A foot and light-hearted I take to the open road. Is it not showing light-hearted? Is it not showing that he's enjoying his journey? Healthy, free, the world before me. He's healthy, he's free, so he's enjoying it. I myself am good fortune. He's saying I am good fortune. I am ready to enjoy everything. I have everything in me. I don't need anything else. Henceforth I whimper no more, which is showing that he's enjoying, he's happy, he's not complaining, he's not in fear, he's not in pain. Strong and content I travel the open road. He's enough, mentally fit, physically fit to take on the journey, and he's content, he's absolutely satisfied. So these are the things which are showing, these are the points which are showing that he's prepared to enjoy every moment of his journey. Now by old delicious burdens the poet means what? आपको 4 options दिए गए हैं यहाँ पे. First is, what does he mean by old delicious burdens? Does he mean the luggage? Does he? No. Does he mean the food he carries? By old delicious burdens, does he mean the food which he's carrying? No. Does it mean the luggage? No. Does it mean the stress he bears during his travels? All the stress, his tension he's carrying. Does it mean that? Delicious burdens? No. Does it mean sweet memories of the past? Yes, it means. So the answer is D, sweet memories of the past. सो यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन था बाय ओल्ड डिलिशियस बर्डन्स द पोएट मीन्स, और आपको ऑप्शंस दिए गए थे लाइक MCQ ABCD. नाउ देर आर सम स्टूडेंट्स हु विल जस्ट राइट डी और छोड़ दिया. ऐसे मत करो प्लीज. डी ऑप्शन में क्या है? सो यू राइट द ऑप्शन डी एंड द करेक्ट आंसर स्वीट मेमोरीज ऑफ द पास्ट. प्लीज गिव कंप्लीट आंसर्स. Next, the poet is a person who is free from all inhibitions. Inhibition का मतलब है reluctance. Inhibition का मतलब है fear. Whatever is pulling you back is your inhibition. Discuss how the concept of freedom is expressed in the poem. So the poet describes himself as healthy and free, which goes to show that he is the only person in control of his life and he is free to take his own decisions and walk his own path. तो इस क्वेश्चन में हमको क्या बताया है? What have they asked us rather? Discuss how the concept of freedom is expressed. We have come across the words free, open. So how have these words been used to bring out that the poet is no longer scared? He's no longer burdened by his problems. So healthy and free is one way of saying it. The use of the words open road in itself signifies openness and freedom to choose one's path. The poet states that he is free from routine life with its complaints, its criticism, and he's saying the earth is sufficient for him. That is all an expression of his freedom. He's free from all these problems. Then divide the activities of the poet into two parts. तो यहाँ पे किया क्या गया है? आपको क्वेश्चन में दिए गए हैं 8 points, and what you have to do is you have to divide those points into what the activities the poet will practice and activities the poet will not practice. तो ये सारे activities है जो आपको 8 points दिए गए हैं, and you just have to make them into which you will do and which you will not practice. So like these answers, it is better you make 2 columns and write down. Okay. So first, activities the poet will practice. Walking along the road, though he does not know where it reaches. Yes, this is something which he will practice. That is what he is going to do, right? Then carrying on the fond memories of the good people. Yes. Reflecting and developing his own self. That is what he is going to practice. He is going to carry with him the memories of the good people. He is going to be reflecting and work on development of himself. He is going to take the road where even if he does not know where it reaches, because he himself is in control. Then what are the activities the poet will not practice over here? यहाँ पे practice आया है. It should in fact be not practice. Okay. So let's just make that change over here. The poet will not practice. Okay. So he will not practice complaining about the discomforts during the journey. He will not practice postponing the journey, because that is what all he is saying. He will be praying for good fortune. He is not going to be praying for good fortune, he says, correct? Because he says, I myself am my good fortune. Creating contacts with famous and influential people, he says, I'm not going to do that. He's not going to practice that, because he says that they are in their place happy, I'm in my place happy, I do not need them. Those who need them can continue with their contacts. Striving to achieve high and bright success, he says, I myself am success. Okay. So this is how we have divided the activities into what he will practice and what he will not practice. Then traits exhibited by the poet through the following lines. Now the lines have been given to you, and they have you have to write what are the traits, what are the qualities which are of the poet which are revealed through these lines. Henceforth I ask for no good fortune, I myself am good fortune. ये पहला आपके लिए बुक में किया हुआ है. So henceforth I ask for no good fortune, I myself am good fortune. ये डिपिक्ट कर रहा है कौन सा ट्रेट, कौन सी क्वालिटी? द क्वालिटी ऑफ सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस. करेक्ट. Second one, henceforth I whimper no more, postpone no more, need nothing. So this is bringing out the trait of self-sufficiency. So he's self-sufficient. He has everything. He does not need anything. And I whimper no more, postpone no more. Matlab, he has everything with him. He doesn't have to be critical about anything. Okay? He doesn't have to be complaining about anything. So he's content. When do we not complain? When we are content. If we are not content, अगर कोई भी चीज़ हमारे हिसाब से नहीं जा रही है, then we start complaining. If we do not like something, we start complaining. लेकिन when we will not complain, when we are content, when we are self-sufficient. Correct? So that is the trait which is revealed through that line. I do not want the constellations any nearer. Again, self-sufficient. I don't want them. I don't want to be influenced by them. I am happy, I am content where I am. So this is also talking about self-esteem. I swear it is impossible for me to get rid of them. So he's saying there are troubles in my life, there are problems in my life, there are responsibilities, there are relations. And he says, I swear, it is impossible for me to get rid of them. So which trait is he bringing forward? Honesty. Correct? So he's being very honest over here. वो honestly कह रहा है, I cannot get rid of them. I am filled with them, I fill them in return. So this is about courage. He's saying, I am filled with my troubles and problems, and I'm going to gain victory over them, and I am going to fill them. So this is courage. This is bravery. So these are the traits which come out through the lines which have been given. My dear students, एग्जाम्स में आपको ऐसे क्वेश्चंस आएंगे. आपको करना क्या है? उस लाइन को अच्छी तरह समझना है. एंड देन थिंक थ्रू दिस लाइन, विच क्वालिटी, विच ट्रेट्स, ये सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस है, ये वीकनेस है, ये कंटेंटमेंट है, ये डिससेटिस्फैक्शन है, ये ऑनेस्टी है या डिसऑनेस्टी है. यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड विच ट्रेट इज बीइंग रिवील्ड थ्रू द sentence or the line given, and then you will have to write it. Healthy, free, the world before me. ये words दिए गए हैं, ये lines दी गई है. Express your views regarding the line, and we have to write our views regarding the line. Healthy, free, the world before me. So through this line, the poet is stating that he is physically and mentally healthy and fit and free also to begin his journey. He is free to take his path in the world and take his own decisions. Okay, so the whole world is open to him. He can go anywhere that he chooses. Okay, so that is what, these are the views. These, now see, express your views. Your views का मतलब है, ये एक self analysis question है, जहाँ पे as the student has to give the views in his own words. Student को क्या लगता है through these lines. So healthy, as I told you, healthy means physically and mentally fit. Free मतलब free to take your own decisions, मतलब you are in control. The world before me, मतलब इतनी सारी opportunity है. When you say the world of opportunities open, so यहाँ पे world does not just mean the literal world, the earth, the world, the people. It means vast opportunities are there for me, and I am free and I'm fit to take whatever, to choose whatever I want. So आपको जो questions पूछे जाते हैं, whether it is prose or whether it is poetry, questions होंगे based on the text, based on the poem, correct? So theoretical questions. और some questions होते हैं based on grammar. And then there will be some questions which will be self-analysis, जहाँ पे आपको आपके खुद के views वहाँ पे देने चाहिए. जब student को खुद के views देने पड़ते हैं, the student needs to first understand the concept, have a clear idea in your mind about it, and then put those thoughts into proper logical sentences. Marks इसी के लिए मिलते हैं. The third question is, the poet has used many describing words such as healthy. So he has used adjectives. What are describing words? Adjectives. So if they have given us for the world, what are the words he has used? For himself, what are the adjectives he has used? And for the road, what has he used? Okay. So for the world, he's saying earth is sufficient, because by world he can mean the earth also and everything in the earth. And he's saying for the world he has used the word free. For himself also he has used the word light-hearted, he has used the word free. और ये सारे words आपको कहाँ पे है? आपके book में है, and you can make them out. Good fortune, he's saying I myself am good fortune, I myself am my own destiny. Strong, content, needing nothing, carrying old delicious burdens. This is all that he's saying about himself. And for the road, what is he saying? The road is open, the road is long, a brown road, correct? So those are the things, adjectives for the world, for himself, and for the road. अगर ऐसा क्वेश्चन एग्जाम में आता है, you can write it like this as I have shown in the slide. Then moving on, next. There are certain words that are repeated, so repetition. Find out and explain the effect that they have created in the poem. Answer: the words and expressions repeated in the poem and their effect are as follows. I told you answers must have introductions. So word and expression दिया गया है, and what is the effect? So the henceforth, good fortune, I know, carry them. These words have already been given to you in the book, and you have to write about their effect. So henceforth मतलब from now onwards, in the future. इसका effect क्या है? आगे से. अब तक जो हुआ वो तो past था. So henceforth means in the future. So he's looking forward to the future from now onwards. Good fortune का मतलब है यहाँ पे good things. So all that is good, he feels, the writer feels, what is the effect that is created by the word good fortune? He means that everything, all the good things are now going to be possible. मतलब he's going to change his entire fortune now, his destiny. I know मतलब what is the effect of the using the words I know? It means that now the poet has understood reality. He is aware. He has become wise. He has understood the valuable truths of life. That is why he says I know. Through his experiences, he is saying that now I know all this. मतलब earlier ये सब मुझे पता नहीं था, लेकिन अब मुझे पता चल चुका है. Okay? Carry them. What is he meaning by carry them? So all the burdens in his life, the responsibilities, the relations in life, he says I'm going to carry them with me. So he says that no one is free from the problems and troubles and relations. मेरे भी है, and I'm carrying them with me everywhere. मतलब they are a very important part of me, and I'm an important part of them. Then we have reasons for using they have asked the question that, as you have seen, I know, I carry them, I am my good fortune. So the personal pronoun I has been used throughout the poem, correct? So they're asking that what is the reason of using personal pronoun? Why hasn't he written it in a third person point of view? Okay, one should do that, one should be open to opportunities, you should be open. No, he's not using the second person, he's not using the third person, he's using the personal pronoun. Okay, now the personal pronoun I is used by the poet as this poem is an ode to oneself, and the poem has been written in the form of a monologue, correct? It is a monologue. It is as if he's talking to himself. It is not a dialogue. Dialogue कब कहते हैं? That when it is an exchange between two persons, तब ये होता है dialogue. Correct? So then he could have used the words you should do it, you are the creator of your life. लेकिन ये एक monologue है. It is the speaker talking to himself. So the poet wants to express his own thoughts over the journey of life. That is why he has given importance to the personal pronoun I. So it is an ode to oneself. It is your own journey about your own awareness, your own freedom, and your own life ahead. And it is a monologue. And that is why he has used the personal pronoun I. फिर है हमारा लास्ट क्वेश्चन ऑफ द वीडियो एंड दैट इज अप्रिसिएशन फॉर द पोएम सॉन्ग ऑफ द ओपन रोड विद द हेल्प ऑफ द फॉलोइंग पॉइंट्स. सो आपने 11th स्टैंडर्ड में भी ये एक्सपीरियंस किया है कि यू मस्ट नो अबाउट द अप्रिसिएशन ऑफ द पोएम्स. ऑल द पोएम्स का अप्रिसिएशन तो आपको पता ही होना चाहिए एंड दे हैव ऑल्सो गिवन अस द points on the basis of which we have to write the appreciation. We have to write about the poem, the poet, the title, the theme, the poetic style, the language, poetic devices which are used like metaphors, repetitions, alliterations. क्या है special features इसमें? What are the special features यहाँ पे है क्या? That it is a free verse. Message, values, morals. Does the poem have any message? Is it teaching any important value या moral? And what is your opinion? So last में writer को the student must give his own opinions. So ये सब points के ऊपर we have prepared our appreciation of the poem. We'll read through that. Song of the Open Road is a very joyful and motivational poem written by the American poet Walt Whitman. So पहला paragraph you have to write the title, you have to write about the poet and what the poem is about. Written by the American poet Walt Whitman and is one of the poems from the collection entitled Leaves of Grass, published in 1855. Walt Whitman was the first to use free verse in writing poems, hence he is very often referred to as the father of free verse. The poem is an inspirational one written in the form of a monologue. In monologue का मतलब मैंने आपको बताया. It's a dialogue with yourself. Speaker speaking to himself, indicating the poet's desire to enjoy his journey on the open road of life. The title is therefore very, very apt. The title suits the poem very well. Song of the Open Road. See, song. Why song? Now you understood about the open road, but song. See, song, when do you sing a song? You generally don't sing when you are very sorrowful. You sing when you are happy, when you are light-hearted, right? And when you're expressing something. So this is what he's doing through this poem. The theme of the poem is freedom to take one's own decisions, the joy of free life, and optimism. It's a very optimistic poem in which he's saying that I am my own good fortune. I fill up my own burdens, right? Through the poem, the poet encourages the reader to choose his own open path and follow it with a free and healthy spirit. So don't just choose your path. Don't just decide and postpone it. Once you have decided something, move ahead with it. Go ahead with it. He states that one should leave all the complaints, criticisms, bitterness of life behind and move ahead. He's not denying. See, the poet is not denying that you will never face obstacles. You will never have problems in life. He's accepting that yes, everyone's life has responsibilities. We all have our set of issues, our fears, our pains, our problems. It's going to be there for everyone. Accept it. As they feel you, you feel them. Matlab, you gain the upper hand over them. Don't let your fears and your problems and your complaints control you. You be the controller of your own life. Though there will be obstacles, they can be countered, they can be dealt with the right attitude. Hence, the poet encourages all to live their dreams. Next paragraph आप लिखोगे that the poem, now what is the style of writing used, what is the poetic devices used. The poem has been written in free verse, that is the special feature, without using a rhyme scheme. The lines are of unequal length. There are 4 stanzas of 3 to 4 lines. The first stanza has 3 lines, others they have 4 lines. The language used is simple yet effective and easy to understand. Matlab each word is having an impact on the reader's mind. The poet has made very effective use of personification, song of the open road, correct? So it's like giving the quality of singing a song to a road. So personification, metaphor, life is compared to the open road, repetition किया गया, I know, henceforth, carry them, alliteration, l, k, imagery. He has created that image of that long brown road in front of us, right? Climax hai, that is the words in an ascending order in the form of their importance, as well as paradox, querulous criticism, right? Or yeah, sorry, not querulous criticism. We have sweet, delicious burdens, which is a paradox. The poem has a very clear and strong message. So what is the message? What is the moral? What is the value? In this paragraph we have given that. It is a very clear and strong message for the reader. It teaches us to be optimistic, confident, and responsible for our decisions. It states that we have the freedom to make use of the opportunities available to us. It encourages us to enjoy life as we want and live in a free and healthy manner. It motivates us to explore new roads and avenues of life and be prepared to face its challenges. So, ये है the message which the poet is giving us, the values which he is teaching us, the morals. What is the takeaway from the poem? And this is it. And then the last part is what the reader thinks about it, correct? Your analysis. The poem is a very interesting one. It carries a very important and deep meaning. Every line is meaningful and imparts a wealth of wisdom. So what you find good about this poem, it is the last paragraph is of course going to vary from student to student. हर एक student last paragraph उसके हिसाब से लिखेगा. So it is going to be different. Okay. So आज का हमारे जो वीडियो वर्चुअल स्टडी रूम है, इसके पहला जो वीडियो है, वी हैव अंडरस्टूड द पोएम सॉन्ग ऑफ द ओपन रोड बाय वॉल्ट विटमैन. फर्स्ट व्हाट वी डिड इज वी अंडरस्टूड अबाउट द पोएट्स, उसका टाइटल एप्ट है क्या नहीं. देन वी वेंट इनटू अंडरस्टैंडिंग एवरी स्टैंजा. चारों स्टैंजाज में जो डिफ़िकल्ट वर्ड्स यूज़ किए हैं उसका मीनिंग हमने देखा. We understood the meaning of each and every line of every stanza. उसके बाद we went on to the theme of the poem. इसकी theme क्या है. उसके बाद हमने देखा the literary or poetic devices which have been used like symbolism, repetition, alliteration, paradox, climax, metaphor. कहाँ कहाँ इसका use किस तरीके से किया गया है, we've understood that. After that, we went into the brainstorming, that is the questions which have been given in the books. We have taken up those questions and we have ended it with appreciation of the poem with the help of the points given to us in the book. Okay, so I hope कि जो ये पहला वीडियो है about Song of the Open Road, you have understood it and we have covered everything related to the poem. अगर आपको कोई भी डाउट है, कोई भी क्वेश्चन है विच यू वुड लाइक टू आस्क मी, प्लीज़ फील फ्री टू आस्क मी ऑन एनीथिंग. We will be giving you these virtual lectures through the virtual study room. We have other subjects also which we are offering. In these videos, I will be teaching you only about compulsory English. Okay? So, हमारा next video जो है, it is going to be about the prose, that is the lesson 1 which we are going to do. उसके बाद we are going to take up a writing skill. So we are not going to complete all the lessons together, poetry together or writing skills together. ऐसे हम नहीं करने वाले. We are going to take one of each. So the first video I took up a poem. Second one I'm going to take the lesson 1 of prose. Third video में we are going to go to the first writing skill. So thank you very, very much all of you and see you very soon in the next video. Thank you very much.